A good all-round bowling performance from the LV County Championship Second Division leaders Sussex has given them a chance of beating Middlesex at Uxbridge on the final day, in spite of a decent response from the home side, and this is the best of the action from day 3. After rain had washed out half of the second day, Middlesex were hoping to advance from their overnight 127 for 2, but they lost John Simpson before he'd added to his 58 as he edged Corey Collymore to Ollie Rayner, who took a one-handed catch in the slips. That brought Owen Morgan to the crease for his first LV County Championship innings of the summer. Middlesex would not have expected to have missed him so much at the start of the season, and along with his partner David Milan, he was making the most of his rare appearance from the start, as both batsmen made light of that early dismissal of Simpson. Morgan, of course, now has Test caps to his name and has shown that he's much more than just a one-day player. While rumours continue that this could be his last season at Middlesex, he was playing some superb shots as he moved effortlessly towards his half-century. He made hitting this pair of sixes seem as easy as anything. He got to his 50 with this shot, and it came off 76 balls with those 2 sixes plus 5 fours. Milan was not far behind. He'd already scored a rapid half-century in a T20 game at this ground this summer, and he went to another, made off a more sedate 91 deliveries. At the start of the day, Sussex may have had hopes of trying to make up the time lost by enforcing a follow-on, but with these two left-handers going well, that never really seemed on. However, having reached 236 after a stand of 103 to now trail by 216, Milan tried to hit Monty Panesar to leg but was bowled as the ball turned. He was out for 51 just 2 balls after reaching his half-century. Then, 12 runs later, Morgan became the third Middlesex man to go in the 50s as he was bowled by Rayner as he tried to swing him to leg. He was out for 58 at 248 for 5. That follow-on target was 303, and the 2 new batsmen, Neil Dexter and Gareth Berg, combined well to ensure that that was never going to be an issue. They were able to add a crucial 50 runs for the 6th wicket, which just about meant that Sussex would now have to force the pace with the bat in their second innings. Berg had made 26, but was then another to be bowled as he dragged a delivery from Michael Thornley back onto his stumps. This boundary from the former Middlesex skipper Sean Udall ensured that Sussex would be batting again next. But in spite of that, the Sussex bowlers kept plugging away and dismissed Udall for 8, giving Lewis Hatchett his first ever LV County Championship wicket, Matt Pryor taking the catch. It was now vital for Sussex to try to earn themselves as big a first innings advantage as possible so they could quickly get into a position to declare on the final day, so they wanted to prevent the tail from aiding Dexter too much. Instead, they went one better by getting shot of Dexter, who'd made 43. Collymore found the edge, with Rayner doing the rest to leave Middlesex on 328 for 8, 124 runs behind. Ian O'Brien and Toby Roland-Jones added a further 11 for the 9th wicket before the latter was bowled by Collymore for 15 as the West Indian collected his 4th wicket. Stephen Finn was then the 5th Middlesex batsman to be bowled as he gave Hatchett his 2nd wicket on debut as Middlesex were all out for 350 to trail by 102 runs. Now it was all about Sussex building on that, and initially that job was up to Michael Yardy and Chris Nash, who opened up with a partnership of 37 in 7 overs, with 4s coming thick and fast off both bats. But Middlesex deserved credit for fighting back with the ball. Yardy had reached 21 when he was bowled to a delivery from Roland-Jones, which he initially decided to leave alone. 4 balls later, Nash joined him back in the hutch as he edged a beauty from Finn behind to leave Sussex on 37 for 2. Finn was looking a threat and he was moving the ball both ways. He was unlucky not to get the wicket of Murray Goodwin, who got an inside edge instead, which went to the boundary. But he did remove Ed Joyce, who was beaten for pace and trapped in front for 7. Roland-Jones was also performing well at the other end, and when he found the edge of Pryor's bat, Sussex had slipped to 65 for 4, not the position they would have expected to be in. Goodwin tried to stop the rot, as he and Thornley batted out the next hour in adding 40 for the 5th wicket. That partnership was brought to an end shortly before the close as Goodwin shouldered arms to a delivery from Dexter, which nipped back to trap him in front for 35. The nature of that dismissal may well give Sussex real hope going into the final day. There is enough help now in this pitch to suggest that a positive result one way or the other is still possible. Sussex, with runs on the board, will start the final day as favourites. They will resume on 109 for 5, giving them a lead of 211.